Good morning. Please join me in reciting our school's pledge. I will keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. I will keep my standards high and help others to do likewise. In my relations with others, I will live by the golden rule, and I will speak the truth at all times. I pledge myself to honor and to do all I can for the good of my school, my country, and my God. Please bow your heads with me for a word of prayer. Almighty God, we thank you today for the class of 2024. What a joy and privilege it is to be able to celebrate with parents, sponsors, friends, family, house parents, TL staff, teachers, mentors, coaches, administrators, and other MHS staff who have worked with great anticipation for this day. Help us to collectively lean into this moment with all its excitement and potential and enjoy it to the fullest. Amen. A scripture reading from James chapter 3. Who is wise and understanding among you? Let them show it by their good life, by deeds done in the humility that comes from wisdom. But if you harbor bitter envy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast about it or deny the truth. Such wisdom does not come down from heaven, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Here ends our scripture reading. You may be seated.
Good morning. I am Bob Ebert, high school principal at Milton Hershey School, and it is my great honor to introduce Susan Cargbo, our member of the class of 2024 and today's first student speaker. Susan?
Hello, distinguished guests, members of the Milton Hershey School family, and friends. My name is Susan Cargbo, and I'm a proud member of the 2024 senior class. There's a Swahili proverb that I'd like to share with you all. Kile nuede huruka nam bawe zake, which translates to, every bird flies with its own wings. My mother, Alphonsine Singinen Carbo, brought this and other wise advice when she flew from Congo to America and immigrated to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the age of 16 with her sister and her mother. She left behind everything familiar and landed into the unknown, embracing a new country, a new language, and the promise of new opportunities. She has been my model of resilience and source of constant strength. While every bird must fly with its own wings, birds fly together. I was first introduced to my godmother, Dawn Raybuck, at 8 months old. She was a volunteer to aid newly immigrated families by watching young children. This woman, who out of the kindness of her own heart, opened up her home to me and my mother, to whom I am forever grateful and to who is my sponsor at MHS. For it is through the sacrifice of our families that we are able to be on this stage here today. Although all our stories are different, we all took off from our own places, migrating to Milton Hershey School, thanks to our benefactors, Milton and Catherine Hershey, to embrace the possibilities of something new. In the journey of my own flight, though, it did not always feel like I'd one day be able to spread my own wings. I felt tethered to what society assumed I could achieve. As low-income and working-class students, we are less likely to graduate than the national average. It is despite those odds that the class of 2024, the Apollo class, continues to break through obstacles. I remember my life before MHS, caged in a cycle of walking over cigarette butts and broken beer bottles on the way to Head Start, trapped at a school with bullies and the struggle of letters and numbers that I could never wrap my head around. The days blurred into late nights as I pretended to be asleep so that my mother, who was exhausted after working long shifts at work, would carry me home. When I took off on my flight to Milton Hershey School at 5 years old, it would have been impossible for me to comprehend the way it would change my life. I showed up at the doors of Student Home Green Acres with a bright smile, a couple missing teeth, and 3 twists in my hair. I knew little about my new chocolate school, besides the fact that it might benefit me one day in the future and that there's a chance of getting candy every day. Little did I know the turbulence I would encounter. Even at that young age, I was behind many of my peers. Books and reading, which I have now come to love, at the time struggled to connect with my thoughts. With each day, I felt the tug of homesickness trying to lure me away. But despite those moments, there was always a call to welcome me back. It was in the moments where my house parents, the Hirons or the Lynns, opened their front doors after a break, genuinely happy that I had safely returned. Or those times when I myself impatiently awaited the arrival of my fellow housemates, that I learned to embrace the family I had on campus. No matter the situation, there was always someone who was there to comfort me and encourage the potential within me that I could not always see within myself. We have all been embraced by educators who have kindled our love for learning and helped us surpass milestones we never thought possible. I have experience of having my peers turn from friends into family, and will forever cherish that I was able to have them in my life. Not only to support me in moments of success, but to help motivate me through moments of weakness. In this class before you stand state and nationally ranked athletes, NAACP program winners and members, recognized culinary pioneers, future veterans, auto mechanics, engineers, and leaders of this country. Together, we represent the triumphs of determination and what it means to break through challenges. I will always remember that little girl who couldn't read a sentence of a page and could hardly count the number of fingers and toes she had, but who is now a proud-to-be soon alumna of the Milton Hershey School. The flight we have all shared as a class has been one of growth and transformation. The class of 2024 is the Apollo class. We've embraced this legacy of enlightenment and exploration to symbolize our readiness to embark on our own journeys and make our mark on the world with the lessons that we have learned here. We have learned how to clean out the cow and Swiffer the floors. Learned the true meaning of patience after trying to buckle 9 car seats into a van, and found pride in ourselves after passing our deep tests and being able to go into the big pool. To my siblings and peers of the Milton Hershey School family, I want you to believe in yourselves as much as those around you do, as much as that teacher who keeps pressuring you to join the SGA or that sports team, or that house parent who forced you to do a full fitness hour, and yes, even that adult who always calls you out for having your shirt untucked. As irritating as it was, they saw the promise in your character. Know that you have greatness in you, waiting to take flight. From the youngest of us here to those who will walk across this stage one day soon. Remember to take hold of the moments here and the people here who are willing to go every mile with you on your journeys. As you look at us on stage, and even as we looked at ourselves in the mirror this morning, it is hard to picture the tribulations that we have all weathered. Through a pandemic, through personal and academic struggles, our class has continued to overcome. Many of us have faced loss of mothers, of fathers, of siblings, of house parents, and I know that as we survive them, we make every one of them proud, and that with each new journey, they fly with us in our hearts. As we stand here together on the brink of a new beginning, it's impossible not to reflect on the flight we've had as a class. We've laughed together, complained together, and helped each other in ways others cannot even begin to imagine. The bonds we have made here will last long beyond commencement and into a lifetime. As we prepare to spread our wings, let us soar on our own, supported by the strength of our community and guided by the indomitable spirit that defines us as graduates of Milton Hershey School. Congratulations, class of 2024. May you continue to soar boldly, embracing every new obstacle and opportunity that awaits you. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan, for that inspiring message. At each commencement, a graduate of the school is honored for how they live out the ideals established at Milton Hershey School and the dreams of our founders, Milton and Catherine Hershey. These alumni, listed in the ceremony program today, have demonstrated excellence in their professional fields, commitment to their community, and service to their alma mater. This year's recipient, Doug Oliver, class of 1993, has embodied our sacred values of integrity, mutual respect, positive spirit, and commitment to mission. Since graduating from MHS, Doug has pursued excellence in his professional endeavors and at the same time served his community. Doug currently serves as Senior Vice President of Governmental, Regulatory, and External Affairs at PECO, Pennsylvania's largest electric and natural gas utility. This role combines his leadership experience and philanthropic vision. What I admire most about Doug is his tenacity and grit, highlighted through his campaign for mayor of the city of Philadelphia in 2015, an experience that left a transformational impact on his life. Today, he volunteers his time with organizations that make a difference in the lives of children and families within the Philadelphia region. Currently, Doug serves on the nonprofit boards of Philadelphia Youth Network, Urban League of Philadelphia, and The Promise, a subsidiary of United Way Greater Philadelphia. His continued support of Milton Hershey School is evident by his sponsorship of the Enterprising Student Scholarship Award for a graduating senior each school year. He has dedicated his career and life to upholding a standard of excellence that would make our founders proud. Above all else, he is humble, crediting much of his success to his family and the relationships that he developed while a student at MHS. Please turn your attention to the screen to learn more about this year's 2024 Alumnus of the Year.
So I enrolled in Milton Hershey School in 1989. I was in the 8th grade when my mom came to me and talked about the school. Well, my mom believed, as I do now, that kids are born good. But I think influences can derail that. And I think my mom wanted to get in front of that. So I remember being in the student home on the first night and them saying it's time for everybody to go to bed. And it was like clockwork and everybody's moving around. And I was looking for some comrades to complain about this. Like, nah, we're not doing this. Where'd everybody go? They went to bed, right? That's what it was. And it took me very little time to understand that it's 8:30 bedtime. So Coach Webb was one of the first people that I met at the school, and right off the top, I remember him saying to my mom, I got him now. Like, I got him. And then he never let me go. I tell people that Milton Hershey School is an environment where every single person that is employed by that school views it as their responsibility to make you the best version of yourself. And so if you're playing a sport, that coach cares more about you as a person than they do you as a player. Your house parent cares more about you as a person than they do as someone who lives in their home. And I have not seen an environment like that anywhere since the time I was in Milton Hershey School. Mr. and Mrs. Battle were my house parents from the 10th grade through my graduation from the school, next to my mom. Then it's Mr. and Mrs. Battles. This was graduation day. And again, if I look happy, it's because I was. I felt accomplished. I was excited. I didn't know where I was going, but I was on my way. Oh man, this is a special one. Just got taken. When I see this one, I think of outcomes. It's actually a pretty good compare and contrast for the one that I took coming out of Milton Hershey School. I feel like I'm the same person. A lot of time has passed between the two, but it's the same guy. I enjoy fiddling around with things. And so that proclivity took me to classic cars. I don't buy them in their finished state. When I see things that are not working, I still see the value in them. I think the biggest metaphor or life lesson is being able to see something that is not yet what it will be, and sticking with it until it becomes exactly what you want it to be. When you know that you're the beneficiary of the education you got in the school, the helping hand that the school continued to give you through college, you start to grow into your responsibility to give back. And so when I came back to Milton Hershey as a relief house parent, that was just another way of doing it. I've truly enjoyed my career, as meandering as it's been. Looking back, I can't imagine it having gone any differently. And then I made a decision to throw my hat in the ring to run for mayor of the city of Philadelphia. No one, not a single person from Milton Hershey thought something was strange about running for mayor. And no one said, how dare you? No one said, the audacity of you, or you're gonna get creamed. Like, nobody said anything. It was just love. If you're working in government, you're cutting across people who are the most affluent and those that have nothing. And you have to come up with policy and programs that serve them all. But I've always found it relatively simple because I've seen it, and it's all I've ever known. So I think that, again, perspective is something that the school gave that prepared me for the career that I'm in now. And I'm so grateful to work for a company that seems like it's cut from the same cloth that I've been cut from. This Alumnus of the Year award feels like a recognition from the school that I am one of the many who have done with the Milton Hershey School experience what he was supposed to. And that's different than achieving something professionally, because in many cases, I believe that if you are taking care of your family, if you are working hard every day, then you are living Milton Hershey's dream. I receive it as someone who's super proud to have given Milton Hershey School and Milton Hershey himself a return on his investment.
Congratulations, class of 2023. I couldn't resist. Congratulations, class of 2024. All right. I'm a Milt. I'm always a jokester. Good morning, Milton Hershey School. Good morning, Milton Hershey family. It's so good to be here with you today. To the graduating class of 2024, thank you for allowing me to share in this special day with you. This morning, I'm here to pay tribute to our founders, Milton and Catherine Hershey. It was their benevolence that gave us all the opportunity to change our life circumstances. I ask you how selfless you have to be to leave all of your personal fortune for the benefits of others, for other people's kids, for the benefit of us. I ask, what is expected of us as beneficiaries of our founders' kindness? I could ask it differently. What would you do if you did the same thing for somebody else? What would you expect them to do with the opportunity that you gave them? Whatever it is, that is exactly what our founders expect of us. Fortunately, though, we don't have to guess. I'd like to quickly highlight 3 of our founders' quotes and express sentiments from different occasions that I believe capture his baseline expectations of us. The first is this. He said, boys, and I think we know he meant girls as well. Boys, in all your dealings, be honest with yourself, with others, and I might say, follow the rules set forth by the 10 Commandments. Secondly, and at different times, Milton Hershey expressed that he wanted his boys and girls to be honest to train themselves in useful work and follow the golden rule. And lastly, our founder said, failure does not have to stand. You can be battered down 2, 3, 4, a score of times and still come up winning. All three of these are quite simply stated, but also quite profound. Class of 2024, as you graduate today, I challenge you to strongly consider and live by our founder's directives. The first one, simple, be honest with yourself and with others. Be a person of your word. Be truthful, be honorable, be fair, ethical, and trustworthy. Number 2, follow the 10 Commandments. I'm not going to pick this one apart. You know exactly what he's talking about. God's rules matter, all 10 of them. So don't just go picking thou shalt not kill and think you did your job. I didn't kill anybody. What about the other 9? Respect them all. Number 3 said, train yourself for useful work. That means first you have to decide what will be your useful work. Not all work is useful. Find that useful work, then train yourself for it. Work hard to be good at the things that matter. And then lastly, he said, failure does not have to stand. It's almost like he expected that it's likely that you're going to fail from time to time. He didn't say don't fail. His exact words again, you can be battered down 2, 3, 4, a score of times and still come up winning. Milton Hershey understood that failure is sometimes a natural part of trying to do something worthwhile. He failed multiple times before he found success with his business. So do not be deterred by the idea of failure. This 4-part directive makes plain what his expectations are for us. And again, we don't have to wonder. Be honest, follow God, work hard, be fearless. It's just that simple. I want to leave you all with one final quote from President Theodore Roosevelt. This is one of my favorites of all time. I do my best to live by it. I believe that it embodies the spirit of Milton Hershey and the spirit of a Spartan. It's entitled The Man in the Arena, or The Person in the Arena. And as Spartans, we own the arena. And so I paraphrase with some speaker's edits. It is not the critic who counts. It is not the person who points out how the strong person stumbles or how the person actually doing things could be doing them better. The credit belongs to the Spartan in the arena whose face is dusty, sweaty, bloody. The Spartan who works hard and valiantly, who makes mistakes and who falls short again and again. Because there is no effort without shortcoming and error. But the person who is actually doing the things, the person who pursues their passions, the person who spends their time in a worthy cause, the person who at their best will meet with high achievement and success, and who at their worst, if they fail, at least fail while daring greatly. This Spartan's place will never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Our founders, Milton and Catherine Hershey, made an investment in us, and all they ask in return is that we be honest, follow God, work hard, and be fearless. This morning, I stand here proudly as the 2024 Alumnus of the Year, a proud representative of countless Spartans who are doing or will do just that. This award feels like a Lifetime Achievement Award to me, and I receive it gratefully with a heart full of pride. But I share it humbly with all of you, especially with the class of 2024. You will also know high achievement, and if you fail, if you fall short, you will do so while daring greatly. Hear, hear to our founders. Hear, hear to the Milton Hershey School, and hear, hear to the class of 2024. Go Spartans!
Class of 2024, are you ready to say it one last time with me? Are you? What kind of day is it today? Let's try this. So you're going to say what kind of day it is, and you're going to say where it is. Okay? Ready? It's a breakthrough day. We worked on this all year. It's a breakthrough day. Yes, a few more times until we get it right.
It's a breakthrough day in Hershey, PA. It's a breakthrough day in Hershey, PA.
Yes, it's a breakthrough day in Hershey, PA. We define breakthrough at the beginning of our school year as shattering real and perceived barriers to become the very best version of ourselves. And from the video we just watched, that outlines all of the accomplishments of this class. You made it a breakthrough year because your commitment was clear. Last Sunday, more than $100,000 was given to the senior class for achieving breakthrough accomplishments. Today, we conclude those awards with the three most prestigious awards given to graduating seniors. As each award winner is announced, I ask that you stand at your seats so that you can be recognized. First, the salutatorian, who is the member of the graduating class with the second highest cumulative grade point average in high school. The salutatorian for the class of 2024 will receive a check for $3,000. This student is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and arrived at Milton Hershey School almost 7 years ago as a fifth grader. Since her arrival, she has flourished at the school through her academic achievements, leadership qualities, and service to our school community. She has been very active in a variety of school activities, including girls' swim team, where she set a new school record in the 200 medley relay and freestyle relay. She also participated in cross country and track and field, National Art Society, and Mu Alpha Theta Math Honor Group. Additionally, this individual served as National Honor Society president and was a student ambassador supporting our admissions. She is graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 101.3% and plans to earn a degree in biochemistry at the University of Pennsylvania with the goal of becoming a dermatologist. Please join me in congratulating Ashley Spence. Next, the valedictorian, who is the member of the class with the highest cumulative grade point average. The valedictorian for the class of 2024 will receive a check for $4,000. As a member of a military family, this student has lived many places, but most recently in Germany. After enrolling at Milton Hershey School in 2019 as an 8th grader, she has excelled both inside and outside the classroom. Beyond taking almost every advanced course we offer at MHS, she was highly active in both visual and performing arts and our Student Government Association throughout her high school experience. She is graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 102.7%. Following graduation today, she will attend Johns Hopkins University to study biology on a pre-med track. Please join me in congratulating our valedictorian, Ember Simmons. Our last award is presented to a member of the graduating class who is characterized by our school staff as being the most nearly ideal senior. The award winner receives a check for $5,000 and has his or her name placed on a permanent plaque at Senior Hall. This award is the most prestigious at MHS because it highlights the pursuit of excellence in all endeavors beyond just the classroom, while upholding our sacred values and serving as a role model for the entire school campus. I've already introduced her, so it's an honor to recognize this year's most nearly ideal senior, Ashley Spence. The class of 2024 isn't the only group of students celebrating a major milestone this year. So at this time, I would ask that our 8th grade students, the class of 2028, will you please stand so we can congratulate you? And we can't forget about our 4th graders who were promoted to middle division, the class of 2032. Will you please stand? Graduates, again, in August, we challenged each and every one of you to adopt an in, out, up, through mindset. Look in, reach out, and rise up to achieve breakthrough. All breakthroughs are achieved by looking in first, having the honest conversation with yourself to build the commitment and confidence necessary for success, reaching out to your support network to cheer you on. And there are many people here today, including your families, friends, house parents, teachers, coaches, and mentors. So seniors, it's now your time to stand and show them your gratitude and appreciation for the people here today that are supporting you. Please stand and thank those that have been on your journey with you. You have leaned on and should continue to reach out to those who will keep you focused and accountable. Looking in first and reaching out second puts you in the position to rise up, face your challenges, and seize your opportunities, all of which leads to breakthrough, big and small, so that you win every day. We challenged you to make this school year a breakthrough year, and you did. So now, it's time to celebrate.
I told you clear that you break through this the year and you break through. Faith, not fear, but you break through. I said, y'all know what it is. Now you're here. This is your breakthrough.
Yeah, we've been through it all. The world made you drown, but I know that you had the crown and you knew the fall. And it's amazing how you broke through the fall. The adversity you overcame, making sure they know your name. Embrace the fact your story Hey, but guess what? You gotta do it again. It's time to break through again. So help me out and sing this real quick. Go ahead, baby. Can y'all make some noise for the class of 2024? I can't even hear y'all. Nah, I feel. Hey, we're proud of each and every one of you. Now go out there. The world is yours for the taking, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024. So do it. Y'all crushed it. Congratulations.
I don't know, this class is just, I wouldn't want to be in any other class. I'm so proud of the class I am, the Apollo class. So.
Apollo is the Greek god of light and truth. So the way that reflects our class is very committed to bringing light and truth to like the world around us.
We're united. At sometimes we may stand apart, but when it comes down to it, we are going to be a class of success.
I think that everybody in this class is super unique.
I feel like we're a very strong class in the way that we overcome adversity and different kind of things that come our way.
One of the things that I'm very proud of is the love that we have for each other.
We're a small class, and I feel like we pack a lot of punch. Like, there's just so many different students that like have accomplished things in different areas.
I think breakthrough is just like having like grit and being brave enough to do what you have to do, even if you feel like you can't or if you feel like you don't want to.
We've all had barriers, but we're here and we're breaking through in the sense of that.
I think a breakthrough is being able to embrace change. A lot of times breakthroughs come from change.
I would say what makes MHS special is all the connections and relationships that we build while we're here.
I wouldn't say it took me long to find my place. The people here are really open and really like the community is very strong, so they definitely took me in.
When I walked into my first day of school and I was late, and because I couldn't find my class, I walked in the door and I remember every student turning to look at me, but then I just remember Mrs. Hess as well. And yeah, thank you for caring for me, Mrs. Hess.
Definitely think a lot of my 8th grade teachers were definitely there for me. Shout out to Miss Ainsworth, definitely, because she was a big one, and Mrs. Numbers.
My mentor, Miss Wiedemann, has definitely been there for me a lot. She's always been very encouraging to me. She always tries to check in with me, which is very important to me because it's nice to have somebody to always make sure you're doing okay and you're still on track and everything.
So I think it's just the level that MHS takes things to. It takes it to that next level and it makes it exceptional for every student so that they can become successful and, curate their own person.
We come together to support each other in all the different things that we do, and we always show up for each other.
I could say a quote that I heard the other day, which was, you can't control the winds, but you can control your sail. So kind of stay adaptive and always realize that there's not always a straight path and that things are gonna get crazy at some points, but realize that you can control yourself and how you adapt to different challenges and stuff through life.
So living your own dream for your own purpose should outweigh everything else.
Just keep shining and never let anybody dull your light.
Continue to be beautiful, be smart, and be engaged, and continue to just work hard every single day.
Congratulations, class of 2024. Stay strong.
Congratulations, class of 2024. You guys made it. We're here now on stage, so.
Congratulations, class of 2024, the Apollo class.
It is my great honor that I present to you the class of 2024. Josiah Lee Acosta. Derek Edom Toho Tachu Azinku. Shalom Emenya Perlam Emmanuel Afadonaji. Victoria Elizabeth Aliman. Tavia Edward Amanor. Brittany Chernure Anaya. Elise Maria Arajo. Brianna Michelle Ashford. Jose Luis Aviles. Mohammed Lamin Bamba. Melanie Virginia Bartholomew. Arjani Umaru Demba Beckley. Carson Jeffrey Benjamin. John Jason Beers. Michael Siwa Bleedy. Jalen Serenity Bliven. Aja Iman Bones. Sarah Faith Bradley. Jalen Renee Braxton. Mark Duran Bridgeford. Lonnie Alexander Brody. Zion Lee Messiah Brooks. Jalen Samuel Brown. Jaquan Quamir Bruce. Matthew Ryan Berger. Brandon Michael Burke. Jason Donald Burney. Jenna Carey Burney. Milan Amar Burton. Jada Nicole Butler. Percy James Levon Bird. Destiny Ashana Caldwell. Alistar Joshua Solomon Cancino. Camilla Genevieve Carr. Emily Carrero. Yanni Rose Tontao Chow. George Robert Chestnut. Riley Isis Collins. Leanne Hazel Crum. Mark Daniel Danielson Jr. Jasmine Lazara Davis. Aisa Jalen Delgado. Callie Samaya Donahue. Clarissa Ann Dudley. Eric Luis Dutchover. Mohammed Ryan El Abdilawi. Noah Andrew Faber. Allison Olive Foltz. Janae Mayanna Freeland. Jone Chrisgina Freeland. Rachel Grace Amatha Freeman. Ethan Banner Fringpong. Phoenix Michael Fromander. Random Xavier Fryer. Hayes Alex Fulton. Gavin Shane Catone. Victoria Abosede Catherine Bodie. Avi Gorai. Noah Stephen Gibbs. Mizea Goins. Diki Zenko Joseph Gomez. Jayla Nave Gonzalez. Ariana Rose Green. Daslin Emerald Green. Armani Ashton Guzman. Edward Efeswa Duwidi Wuyen. Garrett Hyde Williams Harden. Jaden Monroe Hardy. Lakin Daniel Hawk. Aaron Daniel Hayes. Gavin Lewis Herringlake. Patricia Janine Hockenberry. Jace Timothy Householder. Evan Bryce Hunt. JL Amira Elizabeth Ingram. Brianna Ruth Arizari. Medora Gregory Ivan. Aaliyah Marie Jenkins. Elijah Kareem Johnson. Michael Deshaun Johnson. Rashonda Cora Johnstone Jarman. Terrell Lamar Jones. Helena Rosemarie Coball. Susan Destine Carbo. Jamal Travis Keefe. Natalie Samore Cachel. Niger Inez Kitterell. Christopher Michael Collier. Gapu Ya Kole. Elizabeth Fatima Kone. Mohammed Isa Koroma. Jedrick Kwame Kumi. Dariana Leyland. Jennifer Midrid Dibawa Leon. Logan Kelly Lesh. Soraya Irie Long. Jordan Michelle Luis Luby. Emily Joanna Lopez. Isabella Pamela Lopez. Xander Quadamuck Lozada Delzel. Angelica Ray Lugo. Brianna Limani Maldonado. Morgan Elizabeth Marino. Silas Otto Zanino Marsland. Tony Dior Mason Jr. Aaliyah Isabel McClellan. Christopher Allen Metzger. Erin Christina Miles. Allison Elizabeth Morales. Brianna Ann Morales. Cheyenne Paige Morris. Stephen J. Muevich. Micaiah Elizabeth Nash. Nicole Nikolaiva. Exodus Jala Nua. Jaden Abraham Orozco. Alexander Igorovich Azipov. Solange Ya Atre. Janki Pragnish Patel. Jari Sabez Payne. Stephen Ross Penley. Austin Lane Pennington. Catherine Ann Peters. Kylif Andrew Peterson. Kalia Marie Emelina Pointer. Dylan Dwayne Pugliese. Marilyn Jean Purcell. Wolfgang Sebastian David Wessenberry. Faith Aline Ragsdale. Chanyoung Lee Ramirez. Mia Socilana Ramos. Sincere Eric Roscoe. Peyton Elijah Reed. Isaiah Thomas Reyes. Isabella A. Marie Rivera. Ruverlini Rivera Lariana. Daniel Draper Roberts. Natayla Marie Roberts. Dayton Thomas Rockwell. Adrian Nicholas Rodriguez. Malia Mercedes Rojo. Alhaji Fode Bar Sacco. Andrew Alexander Raphael Solomon. Josiah Ezekiel Salguero. Naomi Dolores Sanchez. Edel Mariah Santana. Angel Junior Serrano Bonilla. Erica Eunice Seymour. Eva Marie Shore. Ember Alessandra Gray Simmons. Rose Denise Singleton. Abraham T. Slobo. Alan Joseph Snyder. Ashley Marie Lene Spence. Jayden Yanike Stem. Mecca Manaya Stever. Isis Princess Petro Stewart. Fudiatu Samira Tambedu. Thomas Papan Tarpla. Alexa Marie Teglis. Mia Chanel Tejada. Leonada Abiodu Tijon. Dante Michael Thomas. Gage Timothy Thomas. Ryan Andrew Thomas. Bridget Camille Thompson. Brittany Carey Thompson. Autumn Rose Tyree. Katiana Zenrali Utley. Ava Nowakigo Valentine. Felicita Alba Ann Vasquez. Angel Rafael Velez Jr. Trevor Glenn Walker. Jordan Lynn Walters. Christopher Paul Warner. Danica Rose Cadence Warner. Denise Janae Washington. Terianda Yasanaya Washington. Kiana Marie Washington Cruz. Janaya Allure Whitted. Kamora Lillian Williams. Isaac Thomas Wanja. Grace Rebecca Wood. Faith Elizabeth Rato. Hayden Andrew Yannick. Corinne Sinau Yanu. Joanna Olivia Yegley. Joseph Rudell Zacharel. And Killian James Zimmerman. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2024. Now I am excited to introduce our next student speaker from the class of 2024. Please welcome Garrett Harden. Garrett?
Distinguished guests and members of the Milton Hershey School family, relatives, and friends. My name is Garrett Harden, and I am proud to represent my class on this stage today. Preparing to speak today, I couldn't help but remember all my MHS firsts. At this time, I invite my classmates and all the students in the audience to do the same. Think about the time you met your very first friend here. Think of how you felt sleeping somewhere new. Think about your first chapel service and the first time you witnessed our school pledge, followed by the Alma Mater. Think about your confusion when everyone raised their fists and sang, "Lives full of strength and honor." Think that in all of those firsts, you were never alone. I now realize that those firsts led us to our breakthroughs. Yep, that's right, I said it, breakthrough. While this is a word we have heard many, many times this year, today we finally understand it if we hadn't before. We aren't breaking through a physical obstacle. We are breaking through to our true potential. The potential we may have never comprehended until we broke through our circumstances. And these same circumstances that once tried to hold us back are now some of our greatest achievements. Until age 5, I was living the American dream in New Hampshire with my brother, sister, father, and mother. We lived in a picture-perfect 4-bedroom house with a fenced-in yard. Every day was an adventure, and every night was peaceful. Sadly, on September 24th, 2011, my idyllic American dream ended. When my father took his own life. At 5, I didn't know what death was. I didn't understand that I would never see the man who would pick me up from preschool and play with me in the sand pit until it got dark. My father's death was my mother's biggest heartbreak. I didn't know what her heartbreak would bring or mean for our family, but I learned quickly. I saw multiple boyfriends, too many drinks, and holes in the walls. Our home, which used to represent happiness and light, was now dark, a building full of anger, sadness, resentment, and uncertainty. My mother, who at 31 lost her husband, her best friend, and her soulmate, had also lost herself, but did all that she could for me and my brother and my sister, and for that, I thank her. But on November 24th, 2019, 7 years after my father's death, my mother, who had a beautiful mile-wide smile, passed away in a car crash. After my mother's death, I struggled. My life was surrounded by death, addiction, and doubt. I had fallen into the wrong friend group, and I was making bad decisions. These decisions influenced my family and my cousin, a fellow alumni, to look into MHS. On my 7.5-hour drive to MHS, I thought, there's no way I'm gonna go somewhere you can smell the cows over the chocolate. There's no way I'm gonna do chores before I even eat breakfast. There's no way I'm gonna walk to school every day and be so far from my friends and family. And then we arrived, almost at the cutoff age, nearly 16. I didn't think I had anything to worry about until the letter came. I was accepted. I didn't know it at the time, but that letter was my breakthrough. A breakthrough from the path I was heading down, and a breakthrough that caused me to redirect myself from a life riddled with uncertainty, sadness, excuses, and self-pity. This path isn't always easy, and people do not always understand what brought us here or our experiences at MHS. But at the end of the day, those people are not part of our Milt family and will never fully understand our unity, determination, and our love for each other. And of course, the classic MHS mash bowl. Every student sitting on this stage has adjusted to misfortune or change in some way, whether it was dealing with loss of a loved one, poverty, instability, or waking up before the sun to do chores before school. Now, here we stand, the Apollo class of 2024, several years later, as changed people. And I am proud that we have broken through the circumstances that once tried to hold us back. We now fully understand why we arrived here and no longer use our circumstances as excuses, but as motivation. We all have our own stories, and we don't use them as reasons to not take action. Instead, we use them as reasons to create positive change here and in our futures. These defining stories make us resilient, ambitious, and versatile. We all strive for success, and while doing so, have built incredibly strong relationships over the years. Relationships that lead us to a sense of belonging and a stable mindset from which we launch. And although we are different, we all share one similarity. No matter the adversities we've overcome, we are Milts. Milts that lift one another up, break through our backgrounds, and prove the world wrong. One of my teachers asked me why I wanted to share my story. I'm not telling my story because it sets me apart, but because it is unifying. It is relatable. It is a story that just the MHS community understands. To leave a shaky foundation, build another, and finally launch into our futures. To the class of 2024, I started by reflecting on our firsts, and we are now at our lasts. So let's treasure this moment. I hope you will hold on to this moment together on stage as we prepare to start the next chapter of our lives. I have no doubt that you will define your own path to success, and I'm excited to walk alongside you on this new journey. While Milton Hershey School cannot bring back my parents, cannot rewrite my story, it has helped me create a new family. It has given me stability and has provided me with opportunity. Thanks to this place that I once wanted to avoid, doors have been opened for mine in all of our futures. The same doors that we'll be soon walking out of that lead us to create our American dream, as our lives are now filled with strength and honor to add to Spartan fame. Thank you. Now please stand and join me in the singing of our alma mater.
A prayer of blessing for the class of 2024. Know that you are loved and highly valued by God and so many others. May you shine the light of wisdom for the world to see, like stars in the universe as you soar to new heights. May the roar of your voices bring joy to all who hear. May the good in you be multiplied everywhere you go. And may you always remember that you are never alone. He is with you always, even to the end of the age. Amen.